Hi everyone! I'd like to talk about all the planners that I have been using this past year and the planner that I'm debating on what to use next year. As I'm filming this, it's Christmas Eve, and I had an epiphany of sorts recently, and I really want to get back to the planner community and start grounding myself, writing down things that are more important to me, and plan my life and get my things together. So that's what my intentions are. And to do that, I do have to return and start planning and start writing and start um, uh, getting back into this frame of mind, planning frame of mind. So this past year, I have been planning and writing on and off. I did write a lot because I always do write a lot, but there are times when I write pages and pages in one day, and then there are times that I wouldn't write anything for a couple of months. So that did happen. So for the past year, these are the notebooks that I've used. Let's start with the planners. So this planner is the planner that I've only recently begun to use because this is a Hobonichi Mega, and it is the 2020 version. And I've read online and I saw that the 2020 version, starting from March, the dates would be the exact same as it would be in 2026. So if I can use my previous weekly planner until March at the end of February, and I can just continue on using this. So this is my plan. But unfortunately for January and February, I've kind of used it as like a unflattering pen testing and watercolor testing site. So it began not in a good way, but I suppose that there are still so many things I could fill. And over here, I filled some educational theories, which I really like, but I'm certain that I cannot keep this up and fill the whole 200 pages of blank spaces with just notes because I'm not in school anymore. And I feel like I can use this as a commonplace book instead of a studying and note-taking sort of book. But I really enjoy these notes that I've written, and these are just really great things that I need to always come back to in my pedagogy. So that is my testing planner, and I really adore this cover because I have this cover custom made. It's a leather cover, and the lady who made it is really nice, and she didn't charge much for it, and she used high quality leather as well. So I keep rubbing it because it's so soft, and this leather is the same as that, but I'll introduce later. So this is my past planner, and admittedly I haven't been using this for a long time, so all I can show for is the pages that I have decorated using my stickers, and a couple and some recent ones that I have used. So this is February. This planner is by a Chinese company called Krina, and they also specialize in lightweight paper. This is the company name, Krina. You'll actually see this as an occurring role later because I buy a lot of their products. I either use Hobonichi or Krina, and I use more Krina paper. They come up with so many different lightweight paper, and they hold watercolor quite well as well. So I'll just show you later. This is March spread. So I spent a long time doing these, but then I didn't really end up using it. Okay, April has nothing because I haven't really thought about it. I always love April because I want to make April really special. That's why I left it. I'll just do it later. This is May because I think of May as that's this really pink cutesy. And then this is June when everything is really green and lush. And then this is July when everything is incredibly blue, vacation-y because I have summer vacations. As you can see, the pages are blank. Yeah, I'm a little. And August is when I went to travel. So these are all the things I traveled. September, I don't think I did September because September is back to school for me. So October is full of baking, bounty harvest. Not quite done with October spread yet. And November is a bit gloomy, so I made it a little darker. And December is Christmas, and it is right now. So this spread is beautiful. Every time I open up this book and I look at these spreads, it just makes me so happy. But over here, for example, are when I seriously start using my planner. I mean, I'm pretty sure that these, oh, pardon the shake. It's not really legible because I use such thin ink. So the pen I use for this, I will do a stationery introduction later, but it's the capless in extra fine, and it just writes really well. And I had this engraved with my Chinese name, so I really like it. And here, there's some sensitive information here, but here's my planner: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, blah 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 blah. And this was yesterday. No, the day before yesterday. This was yesterday, and this is today. So I'll fill this up later. I'm going to watch Avatar today, so if I look at this video years from now, I'll be like, ooh, I filmed this video before I watched Avatar, Fire Nation. And this is my spread for this coming January. I'm really excited because I vow to fill all of this up. And this is my spread for February. Yeah. And when February ends, that will be my time to switch to this 2020 planner. I got this planner for sale. It cost me less than 10 bucks because it was so outdated. I got this maybe 2 years ago, and the seller was like, I want to be rid of this, so just take it. So I paid very little for it, and it's a mega as well. So I've been collecting old Hobonichi megas because I want to repurpose them, and even if the dates don't match up, I'll just redate it or change the date anyways. That's what I'm hoping. Yeah. So I'm really proud of this planner. Mainly because of how much I've not how much, how I've began to planning again, and all the spread that I've done, because these takes hours and hours of work. It's probably hours I could have spent on something else like reading and stuff, but whatever. Yeah. This is a notebook that I try to begin to write stories in, but then I've realized that I don't really like writing like this. Like, I like to write really big letters and flowy letters when I'm writing a story. And this just doesn't take up much space. Like, one page does not really look that appealing, and there's not a lot of content out there. So I'll have to redo this because I really like this size of this, but I think I'm going to start changing it into small print. Like this. Like, these dainty books, I can write really small in, and it looks good. But in this book, if I write large, it's just, it doesn't look good. So maybe I'll just cut the pages out. This is Karina, by the way. And they use Tomoe River paper. S, yeah. So maybe I'll cut the first few pages out because I've already written in this, and I just don't think it looks good, and it just makes me sad. Maybe I won't cut it out, and that can just be a lesson, and this notebook can just be a testing page. So I've tried to write smaller and see if I can see if it looks good, but I don't think so. I'm a big proponent of things looking good. If it doesn't look good, then I just don't like it. So this is an A6? No, what size is this? This is an A6, yes, it's an A6, and it has 384 pages, so it's quite thick. If I write really small, then I'm never gonna fill this up, but yeah. But speaking of filling things up, this is a B6 size, and I've finished writing in this notebook this year. So this book is all filled up. And this size is big enough for me to write big letters and flow. I don't write big letters on purpose. I only do when I'm really on a roll and I really want to get my ideas down. So sometimes when I'm writing stories or story ideas, it just flows over and over. Like, my ideas just spread. So I think I started writing this because I was worried that the story idea would not come to fruition, and I really want this to work. That's why I started writing on this. And the story is kind of sad. It's about oh my god, I think I'm gonna get embarrassed telling it. Anyways, it's about a witch, and then there's curses. Anyways, yeah. So So that's something I've written, and this is something that I also almost finished writing in. This is a new size that I have been experimenting. This is the Traveler's Notebook size. So we call it A5 Slim because this is A5 and this is A5 Slim. And as you can see, it is also by Krina. And the paper that they use for this is Spark paper. Spark paper is Krina's best invention yet, and it's their first rendition of Spark paper. So I'm able to write using fountain pen and it doesn't bleed over, for example, as you can see. And I'm able to use watercolor on here, and even with stamping, it doesn't really bleed over, if you can see. Yeah. So, I mean, it's ghosting, but it doesn't bleed. And I really love it. So this is when I went to Chongqing and my journal, my travel journal. So I tend to write from the front and from the back as well because that's the only way that I can fill up a notebook. I use this as my diary from the front, and then I use, oh, there's a lovely picture of a panda here. Yeah, Panda Museum, yep. And I use the back to write stories. So when I finish with the book, they will meet in the middle. So this book is almost done, except that there's this much left. This much left. So I suspect that I can finish it within the month. Yeah. And then when I'm done with it, I'll decide whether I want to take this as my vacation journal or this. So this A5, I have written 5 of these already. Like I filled up five of these. This is my number 1, like true love, this size. But it's not convenient to, because it's not really portable. It's kind of big. And I want to shove another book in there. So if I shove a big book as well as this, then it's hard for me to carry it everywhere around with me. If I want to go hiking, if I want to go on vacation, I want like a more portable book. So that's why I've started this A5 Slim. I've also contemplated just bringing a weekly planner and just do the commonplacing at the back. But then there's nowhere to write my stories and stuff. So I'm still thinking about which one to go to. But the thing is, this is my favorite, absolutely favorite size and favorite book. I mean, I'm hesitant on showing you because there are so many photos in there. But for example, this is a watercolor that I did. And the Spark paper holds watercolor really well. Like if you look at the back, there's almost no ghosting with watercolor. And it's crinkly as well. So I know that Tomoe River paper is really revered among every journal planning community, and also the old rendition of it is the best. But the Spark paper that invented by Krina from China is also extremely good. Yeah, Krina. Highly recommend. Like I know that many people outside of China don't know this company and can probably never get it. Well, not never. I hope that they expand overseas, but eventually I hope that you guys do have the chance to try it. And if I really like make it big in the planner community, I swear I'm gonna mail every friend that I know some Krina paper because they're just wonderful. Yeah. I put a sticky note because this part is sticky and I don't want the pages to stick together. So this is when I went to Japan and I printed some photos and I put some stickers in. And I really love doing travel spread like this because this is just so pretty. Like the spread with all this food. When I went to Japan and I saw all these stalls of food, I'm like, oh my god, amazing. There's a spread with all the deers in Nara. It's just amazing. I love them so much. But yeah, they're a little sticky. But I went to Japan in April. Actually, I go to Japan like very often because we're so close together. The plane tickets are like $400 or $500, so I can just go for a weekend and that'll be that. Yep. So I've almost finished writing in this. I'm certain that I will finish within the month. Okay, this is when I used my writing robot. Yeah, I bought a writing robot for like $200, and there's a software, and this is this fan fiction that I wrote. I mean, I posted on AO3, but yeah, it's still my own words, but I just use my robot to write it. So sometimes the robot writes really well, and it's nice, but sometimes it just glitches, and so the pages don't blend really nicely together. But yeah, for example, sometimes the pen might run out of ink and it just left this page blank. But I have to move the page every single time that it finishes writing, and it takes like 20 minutes to write one page. So I'll have to be here like all the time. So I managed to finish writing this story, which has like tens of thousands of words, and it fits within these pages, and that's my story. And then when I was like rereading this, I was reminded of how different my writing is in fountain pen versus when I'm writing on the computer. Because on the computer I can go back and edit all the words and the choices that I make. But when I'm using a fountain pen, it's just mostly stream of consciousness writing. Anyways, yeah. So I have around this much left. Yeah. I mean, I'll make a video later about how I like to prepare my journaling paper. Like, for example, I put random stickers so that I don't have to take so many stickers with me in these empty pages. Yeah. But I have this much left I have to fill, and I'm certain that I'm able to fill it within the next few days, and I can begin a new journal in the new years. I have a feeling that when I'm doing this, I'm just testing out pens, and I mean, it looks kind of cool, but I feel like it's a waste of paper of some sort. Yeah. So with this new notebook, I'm gonna write more meticulously. I mean, it's still going to be, I'm gonna write whatever I want, but I want it to be more meticulous and more nice looking. I want it to be prettier. Yeah. Yep, so this is the planner system that I have used for the past year, and I'm debating on which one to continue. I mean, I'll finish writing in these because I'll have to, but I'm debating on which ones I'll have to take with me in 2026, because I really want to track my health and wellness, my state of mind, my job, what I'm doing. So I'll have to think about it and then decide and then make another video for it. But this is a video of what I did in the past, and that'll be that. Thank you.